Tesla News Supercharger prices in California. How will this impact the drivers in California? Did you know that Tesla recently announced a huge increase in its supercharger prices in California? Tesla's electrically charged cars took the entire market by storm when they came out, and one of the big reasons why they became popular in the first place was because they could easily be recharged for less than $10 at that time. But since the economy is not going too well and electricity prices are going off the roof, especially in Europe and Australia, the price jump in Tesla's superchargers should not surprise anyone. This hike in supercharger prices has been going on for many years now. Previously in 2019, the rates were 35 cents kilowatt-hour, but it suddenly increased by a total of 35% market rate and became 47 cents kilowatt-hour. This hike in supercharger rates shocked everyone, and the company received massive backlash and they had to decrease its prices back to normal. From this one instance, Tesla has a previous reputation for hiking up rates whenever the electricity went through a slight increase. But is this price hike reasonable? How will people in California deal with such a massive increase in electricity prices? Welcome to Tesla News Hangout, and today we will discuss the insane and sudden increase in Tesla's supercharger prices in California. Why did it happen? And how can people cope with it? So, without further ado, let's begin to understand why these prices went high in the first place. The increase in EV charging prices. Generally, EV charging is considered a lot cheaper than getting gas, and this statement is especially true nowadays when gas prices are on another planetary level due to the friction between many countries, and a major factor is the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But nowadays, even charging is getting pricey. Electricity is cheaper than gas and easily accessible in many countries, unlike gas, and that is why it is an economical option. But electricity prices are also increasing just like gas prices, and they will continue to increase in the future as well. The recent spike in prices. Previously, a Tesla supercharger would charge 0.05 cents per kilowatt-hour, and the EV would be fully charged for 100 kilowatt-hours for only $5. Currently, the story is quite changed. At peak times, Tesla supercharger rates are about 0.5 cents per kilowatt-hour, and maybe 0.4 cents at other times. After doing the calculations, it is obvious that a Tesla supercharger would be fully charged by 100 kilowatt-hours for $50 or even $60. This price hike is huge, and even the most financially stable people are being economically affected by this. Official statement of Tesla. A company called Electrek announced that Tesla would increase its prices in California, and it would significantly increase during peak hours. The official email of the Tesla company was leaked, and it reads, "Starting Wednesday, September 28, charging rates and off-peak hours will change at select superchargers. Avoid the rush and save on charging costs when you begin your charging session during off-peak hours. Tap the supercharger map pins on your in-vehicle touchscreen to view rates." It is crystal clear that the company cannot do anything this time, except give people a few precautions to avoid peak times of price hikes. The company cannot decrease prices this time, as it did in 2019, since these prices of electricity are rising in the entire market due to the war in Russia and Ukraine, and the restrictions on oil and gas by Russia. The major problem with this price hike. You might think that the price hike in charging EVs is not a big deal since people can just charge their Tesla supercharger EVs at home. But it is not the case in California. California does not have the facility for charging EVs at home, and the at-home charging facility is not available during long drives or road trips, which makes it necessary to charge the superchargers, and it has become significantly difficult due to the previously mentioned reasons. It is true that in the bigger picture, electric cars and their consumerism will always be cheaper than gas-powered cars since they do not need spare parts or they do not need to be replaced, and even with these price hikes, electric cars are still cheaper to accommodate. However, that does not change the fact these huge price hikes in such a short amount of time will add up and cost quite a ton. The solution to this problem. Tesla has already given a sort of compensation advice to avoid peak hours. If you are someone who can charge the Tesla EV at home, then do it at night since that is when the costs are really low and cost 1/3 of the total cost of supercharging. If you are someone who does not have access to at-home EV charging, then make sure to avoid peak hours. Charging your Tesla at night can help a lot since the graph is not overwhelming. The majority of peak hours of electricity reside during the day, and avoid those if you do not want to empty out your wallet. Tesla has also dropped quite a few features to help in this situation. One of the methods is tapping the supercharger map pin on the touchscreen of your EV, and the rates of the superchargers will be visible. These rates can help you compare all the prices. In this way, Tesla's app can inform you about the off-peak hours and can easily help compare rates. Not just Tesla, but many other companies are also doing this to adapt to the price increases in electricity and gas. But due to the economic situation of the world, these prices are not so bad after all. Every company is reluctant to increase its prices due to the crashing economy. Aside from all this, Tesla is also trying out new ways to reduce the need for superchargers by developing and buying lithium iron phosphate batteries. This means that the charging cycles of the batteries of superchargers will increase by 3 times. This in the future will help you avoid these supercharger prices by making the batteries more durable. How Tesla is planning to become the largest electricity supplier in the US. Another thing people do not realize in all this mess is that Tesla is using this situation to their own advantage. The increase in electricity can help them generate more electricity and help their revenue a lot. Tesla is currently installing colossal megapack batteries at supercharger stations all across the US. Tesla plans to use these off-peak hours and make a business out of them. Tesla will draw a large amount of electricity from the grid at off-peak hours where it's cheap and then sell it to the consumers at a fairly high price during peak hours. And that way, Tesla will make a way higher margin than gas stations. Tesla is trying to establish its authority as the biggest electricity supplier in the US. It will be the largest energy provider in the entire US in a few years by now. And that is it for today. So what do you think of these price raises in California and Europe? Do you think these price hikes are genuine or are they too much? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, a place where we talk about Tesla and electric vehicles, EVs. While you are at it, hit the bell icon, so you never miss any of our new upcoming videos since many more exciting ones like this are on the way. And we will see you guys in the next one.